What are your thoughts about the 26 midterms? Trump getting the big beautiful bill passed. I hope that we do something to actually only allow American citizens to vote in American elections. And I know it sounds so crazy when you say that out loud, but is that the next big agenda, the voting, solidarity, the SAVE Act, where we actually have to put in the law? Because I think that is how we protect our own sovereignty. What are your thoughts about that and leading into the 26 midterms?
So I've not seen as much on that as I would like. You would think a president who for 4 years said that his election was stolen would immediately jump on that. At the same time, I'll provide some grace. He's got a lot going on, wars all over the world, an economy that was crushing people with inflation, the Biden administration lying about the inflation, coming out of this pandemic, plandemic. So there's a lot going on. The one thing that I have seen Trump talk about, which I think is actually probably equal with having free and fair elections, is to immediately redo the census and only
Yes.
count American citizens. If he does that, Republicans will dominate for 100 years, because we know that you remove all those illegals from the census and all of a sudden Republicans pick up like 20 to 25 seats.
Yeah.
We have way better policies than Democrats. The one area that Republicans really lack is they have great ideas and terrible execution, and Democrats have terrible ideas and excellent execution. So if we can just execute better, but I think that would be a huge one. Yes, I would like to see free and fair elections. I have no doubt that the 2020 election was rigged. We're finding out hundreds of thousands of fake IDs from China, hundreds of thousands of fake ballots pre-filled out for Joe Biden. You've got witnesses in Georgia, Pennsylvania saying that there were pre-filled out ballots that didn't even have any creases. So how did something go through the mail and then come out crystal clean, or pristine? How did Joe Biden lose 18 of the 19 bellwether counties, Ohio, Iowa, and Florida? And I understand that these things shift, but either it was a miracle that he won or it was rigged. And I tend to lean that it was rigged.
Let me ask you this, and I know you're a busy guy. For the Democrat Party, for the Republican Party, we have a real established leadership hierarchy. Who is the real leader of the Democrat Party right now? Who is their real voice? And I don't really even see a candidate stepping out for the Democrat. I've got an idea. I think it's going to be the governor of Maryland, Wes Moore. I feel like he's being groomed to be the next Obama 5.0 or whatever you want to call it. But I would like to get your thoughts on who is the real leader of the Democrat Party. And if you know what their platform or policy is, clue me and my audience in, because I don't know. I can't find it.
I don't think that they have a leader like the Republicans do. The Republicans have a really solid bench of people for 2028. I don't know who they have, which is why they'll probably lean into Gavin Newsom or Kamala Harris, even though that's the wrong move. They regularly lean in the wrong direction, right? It's like kind of their thing. But they had a guy that I really liked named Dean Phillips. He's very moderate, but they actively worked to remove him from ballots, to disqualify him from the primary. They banned the DNC from giving him any money to run his platform. So I don't know that there's any one strong candidate. Even this governor that you just mentioned, if they don't have like a national brand name, it's really hard. Like Kamala Harris had a really great brand name. She was a woman. She was a person of color. She had been an attorney general. She had been a senator. And with $2 billion, you still couldn't polish that turd. Like it was just terrible policies. She didn't resonate with anybody. So I do think Gavin Newsom is getting ready to run. He's all of a sudden going to South Carolina to speak at 8 different counties. Like what? What are you going to tell them? Like how to increase your homeless population, how to show kindness towards people strung out on drugs, how
to make
create
Skid
an
Row.
app. Yeah, how to create an app that points out where the fecal matter crap is on the sidewalk so people can avoid it in San Francisco. Like, I love California. I've got family out there, friends out there. I like to visit out there. I would never, ever live in California.
You couldn't pay me. You couldn't pay me. Last question, and get your thoughts on this. I've been around for a while. You've been around for a while. We've endured some really good presidents and some bad presidents. Out of all of those, is the Autopen scandal the biggest scandal in American presidential history? Because I think, without a shadow of a doubt, 8,000 pardons, and now that we find out an assistant or a secretary or whatever she was signing pardons, I think that is the biggest scandal in American history. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's right up there with the Russiagate story. I mean, espionage and intelligence agencies trying to take out Donald Trump. I mean, they assassinated JFK. I think they tried to assassinate Donald Trump's character. So I think that one is big. It's behind us, though, and a lot of people are like, let's move on, even though I don't like to let criminals get away with stuff, no matter how long ago it was, right? But yeah, the Autopen thing, I guess I don't really care about some of the people that were pardoned, but the fact that Anthony Fauci got a fake pardon, the fact that Adam Schiff and Liz Cheney, after destroying the January 6th evidence, got a pardon. The pardon thing is a big deal. I've had some guests on my show that talk about how they're going to be pursuing those. And now Trump has somebody in there that is, looking at those deeply, seeing how they want to present it to a court. But obviously, Joe Biden was not in his mental capacity. They took advantage of him 5 days in. And I think more and more truth will come out. I think maybe the only accountability that might happen, Ben, is just telling the truth, which harms these people's reputation. But is anyone going to go to jail? I don't really know. But I hope these Republicans grow a spine and actually find out the truth and then make some criminal referrals, and that we see some accountability. I think it's the one thing that's lacking is the MAGA base wants to see arrests. Yeah, we're confused. Why are you giving money and weapons to Ukraine? Yeah, we're confused on the Jeffrey Epstein stuff. But what we're not confused is we want some people to pay for the crime they committed.
I think Donald Trump could put himself into folklore history with a handful of arrests, and it would totally baptize the American people. We would be cleansed of all of this corruption with some really coordinated and precise arrests. Stephen, I want to say thank you for coming on the channel. Thanks for taking some time out. And I really hope all of my audience, I'll put a link in the description so that they can go and find your channel. And Stephen, I really appreciate it. Have you got anything to say on your way out the door or back to the golf course or whatever you got planned?
Thank you for coming on. I'm optimistic for the future. I believe that God preserved Donald Trump's life so that he could be the leader of our great nation. I believe that America is being made great again. And I look forward to being a part of it and living through this unique part of American history.